welcome you back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about Dr. Boyce Watkins' epic rant on black men not wanting to be stepfathers. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Once again, Boyce Watkins goes on one of his epic rants about black men not wanting to step in and being stepfathers. Dr. Boyce Watkins said that his father was a stepfather and he stepped in. But what Dr. Boyce Watkins has to understand, that most men want to start their own families, sort of like a lion. When a lion takes over his pride, he kills the cubs because he wants to start his own family. And this is what most black men want to do. And Dr. Watkins has to understand that you have to be a special individual that wants to be a stepfather, who wants to be the head of a household, of a family that's not truly his. He doesn't have dominion over those kids. His wife does. And the final say-so is going to be by that wife or the baby daddies. See, most men don't want to deal with baby daddies, confusion. He wants to be head of the household. And I don't think Dr. Boyce Watkins truly understands that. I think Dr. Watkins is truly in love with Dr. Alicia Watkins. He's probably been in love with him since they met in their 20s. But you wasn't her first choice. Other men was her choice. The man she had her children by was her first choice. It wasn't you, Dr. Watkins. You came through when she hit the wall and she had to settle. So she settled for you because she knew that you loved her more than she loved you. And she knew that you would do anything possible for her kids just to make her happy. So you wanted that role as stepfather. But there are plenty of men who don't want that role. They don't want the confusion. They don't want the arguments when it comes to discipline. That man in that household, he's over everything. He pays the bills, but he doesn't get the respect. When that girl decides to walk down the aisle, will she ask him or will she ask her father? More than likely, it'll be the father. And that shows you the disrespect that you will receive as a stepdaddy. I remember the case of Zion Williamson, a young man you have heard a lot about in the media. He's in the NBA, plays with the New Orleans Pelicans. They were at the draft, and he's drafted. He didn't even thank his stepfather. All he did was thank his mother. But that man was there every day, but he got no credit. He paid the bills, but he got no credit. He got disrespected on national TV. That was the thanks he got from Zion Williamson, because Zion Williamson believes that's not my daddy. And that's what young black men, or black men in general, don't want to have to deal with. They don't want to be disappointed when it comes down to being a father. That's even if you respect it as being that father. You are a replacement. You want the number one pick. You are somebody she settled for. You could help out financially with those kids, possibly give them a better life, because their father could be a Pookie, could be a Ray Ray. But she needed to settle down, and she found the man who was financially secure and gave stability to her. Women can do that and not love you. And that's truly what a stepdaddy is there for. He's there to soften that burden off of that woman. And that's the truth. And most men don't want to have to deal with that. They want a child, they want a woman who they have their first child and many children for and happily live the rest of their lives with. And Dr. Watkins have this understanding. This is not black men being angry. This hasn't nothing to do with mental illness, because most black men were raised by single mothers, which they were, and they've seen the difficulties that these single mothers went through. They seen how tough it was financially. They seen the downsides of different men coming in the house. And they said, no way in hell will I go through what I went through as a child. It's not that these young men dislike their mothers. It's that they seen the hardship and the heartache that their mothers went through. And they say, no, I will not experience what my mother went through. I want someone that I can marry if I want to get married and have children by. And that's all it is. It's no disrespect to women in general. It's just that a man wants his own family with his own bloodline. And that's all it is, Dr. Watkins. I know you have a child with a woman. That's all a man wants in a family. And he doesn't want to inherit a whole family in which he has no dominion over. That's all it's about. Now, there are exceptions to the rule in anything, and you are an exception. And there's plenty of other men out there who are exceptions to the rule, who relish taking on being a stepfather. But there are plenty of men who don't want to do it because they've seen the pitfalls and how bad it can turn out. When you don't have dominion over your home and you're not truly the leader of your home, you will never be never be respected by the kids in the house. So Boyce Watkins should not be on here criticizing young black men or black men in general for not wanting to step in. It's a difficult role. But most men just will not do it. Not the modern day man, not the man who is educated, who's seen the type of women out here who are basically looking for a Russell Wilson to come in and save the day. It's just not going to happen. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.